Ah, the sound of a babbling brook makes me want to babble. Hey everybody, TBGhunter here, and welcome back to more Fallout New Vegas. Last time, we started helping out the Sorrows by taking out various locations that will affect the White Legs. We took out a bridge that was being fitted with traps. We took out a Yaogoi cave that was harassing a lot of the Sorrows. And, we got to know a little bit more about Waking Cloud and how her family decided to disappear on her when they were evacuating their tribe. Also, we took drugs and killed a bear. It was entertaining. That is not my bear glove. There we go. So I can finally kill people with my bare hands. Today, we're going to be going to one more cave to pick up a map to the Grand Staircase region, and also talk to Daniel Joshua about Cloud's family and how to deal with the White Legs, and also talk to Follows Chalk about his wanting to go find civilized lands. So I decided, since the Dead Horses camp is out of the way, I decided to start off here. Just, knock it out of the way, since it's like, what the hell are you doing? Yes, this is a very furred, tanned hide.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that.
I talked to Joshua about your thoughts on civilization.
Yeah? What did he say? I don't want to lie to him. Well, to be fair, that is actually not a lie. That is a truth. It is at the end of corruption and vice, and that the dead horses living is way better. He said that he was having a hard time being objective about the whole idea, and that I should give you advice. He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice?
You have a duty to them. Civilization isn't perfect, but neither is tribal life. You should go see it for yourself. This actually affects Chalk's ending. So he could stay with his family here at the Dead Horses camp, or he could go off into civilization. But the thing about the civilization is, he gets never heard from again, which leads to thinking that he probably gets killed out there. And you know what? Even though that past transgression with, the poor dog that he bludgeoned to death, it was gonna attack me, and he is a naive scout, I say you should stay with your people. You have a duty to them.
I see. Well, thanks for your telling. I'd like a minute alone to think about this. Thank me.
Did you just say dank memes?
What can I tell you?
Alright.
Go with fortune, friend.
Much fortune! Fortune and finding! Let's get out of here. Off to... We need to go to the Morning Glory Cave. There is a joke I could be making there, but you know what? No, it's not worth it. That is lowbrow humor. It is so lowbrow it's become a beard. That's even lower than mustache humor. Alright, so let's head this way. At least it's a nice day outside. I would have preferred the night sky with the bright stars and the beautiful moon that they put over here, but what can you do?
Eager to leave Zion, but perhaps you might find peace if you stayed. Think about it.
Well, it is very peaceful here, I will agree, and the little tiny geckos are adorable. And, well, they're actually not trying to attack me. That is a rarity. Usually anything that has any inkling to want to do me harm will just outright attack me for no reason whatsoever. Oh, hello. Now, why would you attack me when you got a perfectly good bighorner standing right there? I mean, it was only the smarter thing to do. Yeah, don't get ahead of yourself. I'm going. Is this the right cave? Yes, it is. It should just be called Honest Hearts with Cave Edition.
This place, it belongs to the Father in the caves. We must not profane it with our touch.
What are you
The
talking
Father
about?
in the caves. The Holy Father who gave the Sorrows his succor and gave the new Canaanites his son. Many
Give
of the
the
caves
Sorrows
around
his
the
what?
valley are sacred to him, and those who would trespass are punished by holy wrath.
The Father in the Cave was just a man who lived long ago. Do I really want to bring her whole religion crashing down on her head? I'm not that big of a dick. I understand, I respect your beliefs, then, but we need to search
I
the cave.
understand. I would prefer to leave as soon as possible, though.
I wonder if the middle one talking about is because I either A, found a lot of journal entries pertaining to the survivor, or well, the survivalist, or the fact that I actually did find his body and got his weapon. I wonder if that actually changes the outcome to it. I'll have to look it up. If Future Me can actually find something, he'll be sure to throw it up on screen. If not, then you won't be seeing anything. Ah, man, not you guys. Is that snoring? Oh, it's dead now. He's taking the eternal slumber. Where's one? Oh, there you are. So, how deep in the cave do we need to go to get this map? Hello.
You would like them, I think.
This looks like, ow! A place to get a chest full of buckshot. I'm guessing this is the back way to get into the cave, but you know what? I don't care. Oh, wait. Oh, I saw what you were about to do with the damn bear trap. I wasn't gonna fall for another bear trap's shenanigans ever again. Anything else? This is just a fire hazard waiting to happen. Another survival cache. Let's see. Grenades. Microfusion. Grand Staircase, map holotape, incendiary grenades, microfusion. And I'll take the dynamite. And hey, we got another terminal, so we can get more story. Year 2108. August 22nd. 10 sets of tracks, half a mile northeast of the canyon entrance, barefoot. August 23rd. Saw them through my scope. Corpses walking around, finally gone crazy. Dementia, maybe. August 24th. I'm not crazy. They're real. God damn it, they are real. Rushed me the moment they saw me, snarling like animals. Looks like corpses, but don't smell rotted. Putting them out of their misery, doing for them what they never could for what I can never for myself. September 3rd, the last of them, all gone. So I guess that would be the remaining vault dwellers that finally became the spore carriers that we saw earlier. February 5th, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, you useless old dinosaur, happy birthday to me, happy 60th. What do you get a man who's everything? A bottle of whiskey and a 12-gauge slug through the roof of your mouth. Woo! Come on. What do I have to do to prove myself that I have lived alone enough? I am a shriveled old man, white beard, seen enough surprise and sunrises and sunsets. Saw the big sunset that hanged on through the long night, 36 years now. Ridiculous. Not kidding myself into thinking there's something on the other side of this. Fine, things weren't so bad before I was born. Char and Alex, Sylvie and Michael could have been thought of the beloved dead before dying. Goodbye, Zion. February 6th. Fucking didn't do it. Coward as usual. Maybe 2 bottles next year. April 25th, 24 of them, half boys, half girls, youngest as 8 maybe, oldest 13 to 14, dirty and scrawny, been on foot a long time, children's crusade. struck camp on nearby the same spot as Los Mexicanos 30 years and a lifetime ago. I've spent 2 nights listening to them, English literate. One of them reads stories while the little ones fall asleep. They escaped someplace called the school. I can't figure out what it was. When they want a little one to behave, they tell them to stop or the principal will get you. The principal better not show up or I'll blow his goddamn head off. I can still shoot straight. So yeah, a little bit more story. It seems that the survivalists came in contact with some kids who escaped what I can only guess would be like a raider camp or a slaver camp. And just decided to look out after them from a distance. But enough talking about the survivalist, because I've been doing that plenty of times already. Let's head on back to the entrance to the valley. Well, not really the entrance to the valley, but just back. Go away, stop. Why do you always have to be so angry at me? Alright, we got everything. Let's head back to the Sorrows camp. Danielle?
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
I need you to tell me about Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
She said one of her births was difficult and you helped her through it.
That's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her 3rd child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Something else about her family. Did you help the rest of her family leave Zion?
I did.
Wow, that lip syncing was amazing. What's the matter? Did something happen?
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with New Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
It's her husband. Don't you think she has the right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're a New Canaanite who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
You better not. Also, I checked on everything in the valley and got you the map to the Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
There's no going back. Whether you decide whether the Sorrows... Wow, that is some great alliteration. The Sorrows should fight or flee. Your decision will set their destiny irreversibly in motion. You will be unable to finish any remaining quests in Zion once you make your decisions, so choose wisely.
Even our Lord had doubts. Think it over, but listen to your heart. And do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Well, we do need to talk about Waking Cloud and their family before we do anything, because that does count as a quest that will be failed if we decide to progress with the end of the game, or well, end of the DLC. And you know what? You said that you didn't want Where are you going? You said you didn't want to fail the Sorrows and make this place become a next new Canaanite, right? Well, if you let the Whitelegs have the run of this place, it basically will become that. So I think the best solution will be to fight against them, you know, have them defend their homes. But first things first. Okay, kata. About your husband. I'm afraid that he was killed by Whitelegs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
He was only doing... let's see... yeah, he was only doing what he thought was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice for him.
I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
Yeah, it seems like a bad thing to do, you know, tell Waking Cloud the sad truth that her friend has been keeping the death of her husband for her for a long time, but... you know, it's only fair that she knows about it. It's better her be told the truth now and just have to deal with the stain of it than be found later and just realize that she was never told, and that would just sour her mood even more.
Welcome
Joshua,
back.
do you have anything to say?
What can I do for you?
Let's see... is there anything to trade? Do you have any caps on you? Of course not. There's nothing really of value. I guess I could just buy some ammo from him. 12 gauge, 20 gauge, energy cells. I guess I'll take the energy cells at least. And the microfusion cells. Sell the dynamite. Sell the mines. Sell the shotgun. Plasma pulse. I want to sell the right... nah, that riot shotgun's actually worth a lot. I will sell the shish kebab and the 22 pistol though. I forgot I had that gun with me. Anything else? Nah, not really. Besides, only 159 caps. It's not really a huge dent to my bank account.
God be with you.
Oh, it will be. And he will bring righteous fury and thunder. Righteous fury and thunder. Let's go find Daniel. Don't think you can walk away from your shame, Daniel. Especially with how far you walked. Well, he walked pretty far with all that talking. Daniel? Don't think you can walk away from me, man. We have stuff to discuss. It's time to go to war.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
I think Joshua's right. We should fight the Whitelegs.
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
And you have the right to pull them off their land?
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
You know, do what you want, man. This is their home and they should learn to fight for their stuff. Besides, the only people who don't deserve it, I think the Whitelegs would reconsider that option of yours because they have been attacking me non-stop on sight. Now, they killed my caravan by ambushing them, and they just kill and butcher whoever they want.
Thank you for this.
What they
I
want.
know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion.
See? Joshua
You and
has the
I
right
will lead
idea.
a group of Dead Horse warriors and Saros hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the White Leg's leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the White Legs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
Alright, let's do
God
this.
be with you.
And with that, we get our last companion for the DLC. Joshua Graham has given you the Way of the Canaanite perk. While Joshua Graham is in your party, any .45 caliber auto pistol you use will have less spread and is twice as likely to score critical hits. Let's do this. If I can actually get over to it. Where the hell is this location? Yes, we will attack from this position. Way over here. Please tell me that I can fast travel. Of course I can't. No, of course, that would be too easy. Well, at least I did ask for a nice, beautiful nighttime sky with the moon. I said with the moon. Oh, there's the moon. At least get back up onto the road. I get it. It's supposed to be like a night raid ambush to hit the White Legs where they live, but still, it couldn't start me off a little bit closer, or at least have like sparse fighting going on through the valley between the Dead Horses and the Sorrows and the White Legs. Come on. No, don't switch ammo, you idiot. Well, Joshua had the idea. I guess I'll stick with my pistol for now. I'll just stick with the regular ammo and I'll save the special ammo for my submachine gun. I will say, one thing I don't like about this is the pop-in issue I've been having with a lot of the, like, ow! Ooh, where, what? Oh, there you are. Ow! I just saw that tomahawk hit me right in the shoulder. That's not like a throwing spear that still sticks with me. Nothing. You have anything? Yeah, you got some ammo on you. And a grenade. Alright. So the only thing to do is just to follow the river until we get to the White Lakes camp. I seriously want to know what was going through the developers' heads when they thought, you know what, let's start you off way on the other side of the valley. Okay, yeah, the White Lakes do attack you here and there on the way to their encampment, but that's also just from playing the game itself, because I've had multiple encounters with them when we were just going to various areas for the past couple of quests. As much as I do enjoy the DLC for its aesthetic purposes, and I do enjoy the story for what it is, the final mission kinda doesn't start off very well. It does get better as it goes on, but still. Yeah, you were just carrying a Mantis Gauntlet. Joshua? Joshua, watch where you're pointing that thing. Where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is. I'll switch over to Paciana. Since most of the White Lakes seem to be ambushing me from a good distance on these ridges, it only makes sense to use a hunting rifle. Hey, some campgrounds. Any sunset? No, of course not. There is sunset, but it's all been drank. Not any good. How close are we to their encampment? We've got a little bit more to go. Let's head over this way. Since there is actually another, like, marker locations, which I might as well unlock just to get a little bit of experience. Any little bit of experience points goes a long way. Alright, that doesn't seem like a very private latrine area. Court Fork Overlook. I'm surprised they didn't put like a car up here, but then and it is like a hiking trail. But there are cars over here, but they have like a car with like 2 skeletons in the back seat. Because that's usually like what the cliche thing that happens with overlooks. I can't hit him with this distance. Legs. That got him. Joshua, did you just get sent down by the hand of God? Because you just fell from the sky. Why did I pick up that rebar club? Go away. Alright, so... Joshua, where are you going? The White Lakes camp is this way. Joshua! 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 Well, he's gone. Oh, he is actually really gone. Fine. I'll take on the White Lakes all by myself. I mean, I've taken on multiple armies by myself before. What's a bunch of people that's carrying submachine guns and, you know, a gauntlets made out of a mantis arm gonna be? Of course, when I run out of ammo for my hollow... I forgot I had hollow points on this. Also, I'm about to die. It's gonna be death, that's what it's gonna be. Excellent shooting there, me. Just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think Joshua just finally came around. Yep, there he is. I don't even want to know what happened there. That armor-piercing round must have hit him so hard that his body parts just started falling off. Alright, so... looks like, yeah, just follow the river and that should lead to the White Lakes camp. What to use? This thing doesn't really have a whole lot of kick to it. Powerful... possibility. And there we go, much better. We'll hit them with the heavy spread, and then once this kind of ammo dries up, then we'll switch over to the survivalist rifle and just clean up what's left with them. Man, look at me using those military terms: spray and pray, clean up afterwards. I'm trash. Switch to the pistol, you idiot. I don't want to really waste the ammo. Ah, it's just so satisfying when it happens. You had a gun on you. Yeah, you had a riot shotgun. I'll take that. Red Rapid stock. Anything of value on this boat? Possibly. Of course not. There's nothing ever of value on these things. Alright, just rounding this curve should lead to the White Lakes camp. Can't we read that? 3 Marys, I think? Huh, for a battle that's supposed to be breaking out, there's not a whole lot of fighting. Actually, it's eerily quiet. What, did the dead horses and sorrows already take care of it? Did we miss the party? I'm gonna be angry if we did. Oh, nope, they're just waiting here. Charge! Those poor fools. I might as well take the Sorrow's outfit just because... And the dead horse's armor as well, since that's probably going to be the only time I'm ever going to get them. Ah, yes! You've got a gauntlet made out of a bare hand. You got a war club. These guys are armed with submachine guns. Yeah, this seems like a good idea to attack them. Hey Joshua, why don't you send them some of your 45 pistols? Okay, this one's carrying around a shish kebab, so that's a little bit better, but I'm pretty sure she just took it off the White Lakes that was down here. I'll take that weapon binding ritual as well. I'll take your ammo and your fire bombs. Okay, never mind. Dead horses and sorrows are actually kicking some pretty good ass. Which now makes me question why the White Legs were ever considered a threat in the first place. What's going on over here? Oh no, that's it. I forgot that the markers are just a direct route, not the, hey, you want to go get here? Just use these winding and twisting turnways. Which means I probably should have stayed taking the higher ground. Jeez!
This
All
is
right
taking
then,
too
take
long.
the high ground.
We can't let salt upon wounds escape. I'm going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
Joshua Gamers left my company and took his perk with him. Joshua, why? Oh, fine. I'm used to going head on against an army all by myself. I spent most of this series doing that. Granted, that army was the Legion, and the Legion is kind of incompetent at times. And by at times, I mean most times, like attacking me when I had a freaking fat man on me. But you get what I mean. Great. And take care of you. I'll take the tomahawks. You know what? I'll take this corn to celebrate. When the war is over, and I leveled up again, alright. When the war is over, I'm gonna eat that corn to celebrate the victory. Alright, so melee weapons went up to 75, repair went up to 96, survival was just added 50 just so I can have an even, like, heavy number. And unarmed went up to 85. And now for the perk, and now time for me to scratch my head as to what the hell should I get this time. Alright, so this might seem a little weird from this DLC perspective, but I'm gonna go with Robotics Expert. With the Robotics Expert perk, you do an additional 25% damage to any robot, but even better, sneaking up on a hostile robot undetected and activating it will put the robot into a permanent shutdown state. It's literally useless in this DLC, and for most part in the last DLC, and mainly New Vegas because you don't fight a whole lot of robots. But I'm just gonna say right now, this is gonna be super helpful for the next DLC because robots are gonna be one of the main focuses of it. So I think that Robotics Expert is gonna be a good, like, early insurance for it. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's continue this war. I am adamant about getting out of here, getting back to home, and taking a nap. Probably should also fix my weapons since I got those guns. First things first. Nah, that riot shotgun's useless. Useless, I say! I probably shot out of his hand and that broke it. Take the survivalist rifle. Let's see. Maintain, repair, repair. Repair you. Repair you. And then I'll switch this. And I'll repair it with the other submachine gun. And there we go. just get to the other side of this cave and see if we can find this Salt Upon Wounds character and rub a little bit of salt on his wounds. We'll take what's in the ammo box though, and this explosives crate. Just find a whole lot of goodies in here. A shot glass, of course. That's exactly what the White Legs have been using to go after us. They've just been getting plastered by doing too many shots and then just taking shots at me. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just get out of this cave before I lose a little bit more of my mind than I already have lost. Oh great, there's a choice. And it seems like right was the right choice. I have no idea where I am.
Your day I've been.
Forgive me. Oh, is this an air conditioner?
You can
You nicked me, bastard. Oh, jeez, I need to take some Oh, God, I am tripping balls. This is a pain to look at. There we go, much better. Which way do I need to go? Not that way, that's for sure. I guess it would be this way. I'm guessing the way all the White Legs that are coming to kill me from it would be it. Oh, God. Damn, the Sorrows and White Horses are cleaning up. I don't think I'm even... Wow. Just went up and executed him. Oh, God. Do I need something different? Oh, God, I'm blinded by the light. Why did I never read the Dean's Electronics? There we go. That's what I need to get rid of the venom.
Gut.
Oot. That's inside the crate. Alright, so that was completely useless, unless... Actually, there's something up there, so I might as well go see what's up here and see if there's anything of value up here, or if that's actually the right way to go. Knowing me, it's not. Well, then again, got some anti-venom, at least. Ah, yes. Oh, I thought that said a weapons crate. No, it's just a wooden crate. You know, this actually would make a nice little, like, camp area. If it wasn't for the fact that we were waging war against the people here, I'd actually make this a nice little base myself. Who knows? Maybe after all this madness and the stuff in the Mojave, maybe I'll come back here and make this my own little camp. What the hell was that? Oh, just another Xander root. Suitcase. I'll take the money. So yeah, just coming up here was just for useless junk. Oh God! Also death. Death is also up there. I'm such an idiot. Alright, this is kind of weird. No white legs and no white... There he is. Just bust a cap in his head again. Although there's a lot less sorrows and dead horses here. It's weird. We should be reaching the location of Joshua and Salt. I could use some backup. Never mind, I got them. Ah, stepped on your own trap. Come on, you had to have seen that coming. I mean, this is the quietest war that's ever been waged. There's something up ahead. I don't know what it is or who it is. Oh, it's dead now for whatever it was. That's a fire axe, so that can only tell me that that was probably... Did a white leg kill himself or something? Oh, no, the dead horse over there probably did the job. Well, something tells me something's going on the ground, so I'm gonna head back down then. Yep, it was a white leg. Take off this. You know what? We'll take his armor as well. I forgot to actually grab some of the guys' armor. I'll take your outfit as well. Anything up here? There's a dead body. Nope, nothing. I guess I just keep following the river. At this point, am I even needed here? I mean, it looks like the dead horses and the sorrows have this place completely under control. Okay, maybe not. Get out of vats, please. Oh, thank God that gave him a headache for just like the half a second I needed for him to. Gauntlet, I'll pick my ritual. Anyone else want some? I got plenty of ammo to spare.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop.
Whoa, this isn't what I signed up for, even though it kind of was what I signed up for. Let me talk to Joshua.
Him hear you. You talk.
Don't listen to this thing. His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his.
Joshua, you've already won. Look around you. There's no need to kill him.
He has a debt to pay for what he's done, and I've come to collect. And so he's chosen to cower in the water like a dumb animal.
If you want to believe it's true, he'll pay for it later. The Sorrows don't need you to see you like this.
I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all of them to die in fear and pain. I want to have my revenge against him, against Caesar. I want to call it my own, to make my anger God's anger, to justify the things I've done. Sometimes I tell myself that these wildfires never stop burning, but I'm the one who starts them. Not God, not them. I can always see it in my mind, the warmth and the heat. It will always be a part of me. But not today. Go. Get out of here. Go back. Back to the Great Salt Lake.
You know, Joshua, if you started this conversation by just quoting Ezekiel 25:17, I probably would
It's
let you
finished.
execute him.
Thank you for staying with me. I couldn't have done this on my own. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
Indeed there is. Can I go home now?
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Demoralized by the Dead Horse and Sorrow's attack the courier and Joshua Graham led against them, the Whitelegs retreated to Great Salt Lake. Their days were numbered. Word soon reached the 80s tribe that the Whitelegs' spirit was broken, their war chief a dim shadow of his former self. By year's end, the 80s would overrun the Whitelegs' camps, scattering the tribe to the winds and claiming the Great Salt Lake for its own.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the Dead Horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. Seeing the courier convince Joshua Graham to spare Salt Upon Wounds, the Sorrows learned that retribution could be tempered by mercy. Though he despaired at the Sorrows' loss of innocence, Daniel took some small consolation in the courier's lesson, and prayed it would take root.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the Dead Horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs and Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided the big cities of the Mojave Wasteland and NCR were best left unexplored. Though he sometimes dreamed of distant lands, he continued to support his family at Dead Horse Point, and eventually, his wanderlust faded.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
The threat of the Whitelegs ended. Joshua Graham helped the Sorrows and Dead Horses tend to their fallen comrades and secure Zion. The courier's words had stayed Joshua's wrath in his darkest hour, and in sparing Salt Upon Wounds, he was changed. While he continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, he sometimes showed quarter to those who crossed his family. Eventually, this new spirit would diminish the myth of the burned man in distant lands. A small price for the peace it brought to Joshua Graham.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family in Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Also, aren't I dead? How am I telling this story? Well, that's it. We can now officially leave Zion I don't think Joshua follows and all those characters reappear in the DLC. I'm sure future me will probably throw it up on the screen if they actually are still actually in the game or the game despawns them. But yeah, it's time for us to finally go home. It's been a fun journey in here. It's been a nice calming thing. I'm surprised we didn't run into any giant cazadors down in the valley. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna leave it that way. Now for leaving, for completing the DLC, kind of like what Dead Money did in a sort of way off area. Outside the entrance, which is kind of funny, the way we leave is the way we came in because it's the exact place where we started the DLC. We have a little footlocker. Yeah, it seems kind of out of point. If it was like they had a hollowed out log, it would make more sense, but whatever. Inside, we get a light shining in darkness, the unique 45 auto pistol. We get Follow Chalk's headdress, Daniel's hat and his outfit, Joshua Graham's armor, Salt Upon Wounds' helmet, his power fist, and scripture. Okay. But yeah, this is basically like the... Oh, you're useless. This is basically like the part of the game where it's like, here you go, you don't have to kill these characters to get their cool outfits. We're going to reward you for completing the DLC by getting all of them. So, Salt Upon Wounds is Power Fist. It's a unique version of the Power Fist. I believe it causes... Ugh, sorry about that. Bleeding damage? Yeah, I think it's a bleeding damage for every hit, which makes sense because it's like rubbing salt on the wounds to do more damage. Let's see, we get a light shine in darkness, which is just a much more powerful version of the 45 auto pistol. It has scripture written on the side of the barrel, and it's basically the exact same weapon Joshua uses during the fights. So it's kind of cool. And I guess, you know what, let's walk out of here wearing... let's wear Salt Upon Wounds' ridiculous-looking helmet. Wow, I look ridiculous in this thing. Alright, let's get out of here. We have departed paradise and returned back to the Vice. Well, that vacation didn't go as planned. Kind of sad, really. This cave feels so empty now that the caravan that I went with is all dead. I hope we buried them. Like last time I remember seeing them, their bodies were still laid about in the sun. Oh well. Hello, Mojave! I am back! Let's head back to the Lucky 38 and drop off all the stuff that we got from the DLC. Strip... Yeah, Strip North Gate. I've been in Zion for so long I forgot which gate I needed to take to get back home. Oh, copyrighted music. Oh, it's so good to hear you again. Let's get the hell inside the strip before I lose what little revenue I get off this. So nice. Nice, clear blue skies. I still miss Zion sometimes. I might go back and visit every now and then to explore. And I'm kind of sad I didn't get the last of the survivalist caches and all that stuff to finish off his story, but well, I'm sure there's probably guides that you can just look up to read the rest of his story. I mean, there's those like lore videos and lore channels that delve into like the dark backstory behind some of the things that do a hell of a lot better job than I do. Let's go to the presidential suite. Hey everybody, I'm home! And my garden gnome is still guarding the door. You doing a good job, buddy? That's good. Eddie, I've missed you. You too, Lily. And Veronica. And Boone. And Raul. I've missed everybody. And hey, the 2 snow globes that I got because I never actually showed off the Sierra Madre one. But we got the Sierra Madre, which I still kind of wish that they put like a little bit of the cloud residue inside there just to give it an aesthetic. And there's also the Zion snow globe. Only 2 more to go, and we've fully collected all of them. Hey, Arcade. I thought you were supposed to be going back to the fort. Well, Mormon fort, not the fort. But that does it for our trip in Zion. Put away our newly acquired weapons. Firebombs in there. Put put Paciana in there. We'll put Salt upon Wounds of Powerfish. She's Embraced, the Survivalist Rifle. All those Tomahawks that I never used, and the War Club. I'm naked now. Park Ranger. Put our Trader outfit in there. Sorrow's White Legs, and Chalk's headdress, and Daniel's stuff. And Joshua's armor, I forgot about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fun ride. You know what? We've been trying to go on to these grandiose adventures and all that stuff. Maybe I don't need a huge vacation. Maybe I just need something small. You know, just a nice little distraction from the war, but not something so grandiose, because every time I keep trying to go on those big vacations, it always goes bad for me. So, I don't know, maybe I'll go out and just go see a movie or something. That sounds like a fun idea. Next time on Fallout New Vegas, we're gonna do just that. It's gonna be movie night for us. And hopefully, just hopefully, it doesn't go sideways, but knowing my luck, it probably will. See you guys next time. Later.
You know what? If I'm not even needed here, I'm just not going to participate.